Beloveds, I'm telling you all the truth. It will happen on an eclipse. Hold up, wait a minute. What do you mean when you say that it will happen on an eclipse? Well, it is written, the sun will be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and terrible day of the Lord. I am telling you all the truth. The gathering of the first fruits, the transformation, and the beginning of the tribulation will all happen on an upcoming unexpected eclipse. And I can tell you all this because I've not only seen this, but I've also experienced it. Yah himself has shown this to me many times in different visions. But of course, I'm not the only one that he's shown this to, as you're all about to hear. I've already shared with you guys on this channel 2 visions that Yah had given to me about being taken during the time of an eclipse. And I can go ahead and leave links to these 2 visions in my description in case you guys want to check them out. But Yah had also given me a 3rd vision, which I didn't share with you guys as yet. And in this vision, it was basically the exact same thing. The sun was being covered by a massive dark object, and darkness started to cover the land. Now, coinciding with this event, and happening at the exact same time, the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of Yah, started moving me all over the place at super speeds. And he was relocating me here and there all over the place. And in that particular vision, it was made very clear to me that it will be at that time that the sons of God will be unveiled. They'll be revealed to the world. Currently, no one knows who they really are. But whenever this eclipse event occurs, these hidden ones will be revealed. And they will be exposed by Yah to the world. And then everyone will know who they really are. Yes, beloveds, Yah showed this to me in this vision. That it will be at this time, the time of the eclipse, that he will unveil. He will reveal his chosen ones. Now, I've also mentioned in one of my visions that it will not only just be an eclipse, it will actually be a planetary alignment, a cosmic alignment. And this cosmic alignment will involve Planet X. And it will literally initiate the gathering of the first fruits. And again, I can tell you this because I've not only seen it, I've also experienced it, beloveds, in more than one experiences. Even now, I remember what it felt like being in the vision. I remember that even before the sun was fully eclipsed by this object, that I felt the anointing exploded with power within me. And then it picked me up off the ground, and in an instant I was snatched away at incredible speeds. So yes, beloveds, this eclipse is coming, and it is what the 144,000 are waiting for. Because whenever it occurs, they shall all be snatched away and be gathered together, as I've seen it. Now, I imagine some might be wondering, there's an eclipse coming up here on the 8th of April in this year of 2024. Could that be the eclipse? And I'll have to say that no, I don't believe that will be the eclipse. Because for number one, the eclipse that I'm talking about will be unexpected, which means that it will catch everyone off guard, especially those who aren't watching. Because remember that the word says, this day shall come upon all who dwell upon the face of the earth, like a thief in the night, or like a trap. And so in like manner, this eclipse will occur. It will be totally unexpected by the majority. And if anything, this coming eclipse on the 8th of April will actually be a sign of that coming unexpected and much bigger Planet X eclipse that is to come. So, beloveds, Yah has promised in His word that He would show signs in the heavens and wonders before His coming, and even as a sign of His coming. And the sun going dark, which is an eclipse, will most definitely be one of those signs. So I advise you all to start looking up, because our redemption is drawing very near. Now, here are 2 confirmations from 2 separate beloveds.
Hello everyone, this is Magnolia. I want to share this dream I received from the Lord on the 18th of December 2023. And He woke me up at 1:10 a.m. Okay, you guys, so I've been praying over this and I received another dream last night, which I will share at the end, okay? So in this dream, I was outside with a whole bunch of people and it was daylight. And then I looked up at the sun and all of a sudden something blacked out the sun. People were screaming and running away in different directions. They were all freaking out. This was the strangest thing. The entire sun went black. Something black came over it. And it happened so fast, unexpected. Okay? So then it was dark outside, completely dark outside. And then in a different scene of my dream, all of a sudden I saw a very dark full moon, okay? And like it was darker than usual. And I saw a golden ring appear around the moon, like an eclipse. But this golden ring was so, so, so bright, okay? Then, after I went to sleep, I had another dream. I saw a black telephone screen, and then right at the top, I saw words running along the screen. And it said, "Darkness is coming, darkness is coming." So the words were running on the screen. So it wasn't a text message, it was the actual words were running along the screen. Repeat that, "Darkness is coming, darkness is coming." Okay, so last night I had another dream. So before I went to bed, I prayed. I said, "Lord, please can you give me a dream about that dream, about the darkness coming." Then I saw something very interesting, you guys. I saw the words number 1, solar flare, and then underneath 2, solar flare. But the words were written like the colors were the colors of a solar flare. So it wasn't written in black, it was the colors of a solar flare. Okay, that's all I saw. Black screen were those words: 1 dot solar flare, 2 dot solar flare. And then I woke up and was like, goodness me, this is very interesting.
Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Lisa, and I'm coming on to share a very vivid dream I had a couple of days ago. I just want to put it out there. I don't very often come on and share dreams. This is probably one of the first ones I've had in a very long time where it's very detailed. Usually, I can't remember dreams, so the fact that I have this remembering of it, it just seems very urgent to share this with all of you. And please take everything to the Lord. So what happened was, in this dream, I believe I was in the perspective of another woman. And so I was this woman, and I was at some sort of a party or a gathering of some sort. And when I'd looked down to see, I was wearing very provocative clothing, and I don't dress that way normally. But this girl was wearing like a halter top type deal with either a skirt or shorts or something really short. And, the midsection was exposed, not covered or anything. And so this person was partying or doing whatever in that scenario, and she was intoxicated, and I could feel that intoxication in this dream. I felt like I was under the influence of alcohol to that point, and then the next thing I realized is I'm going outside and looking up in the sky, and it was massive and huge. And I'm just going to show you a picture here of what I saw. I saw this. It looked like a solar eclipse of some sort, and it was completely like this, blocked all the way around was the light. It was really big in the sky. It was huge. And around this eclipse that I'd seen in the sky, there was also what looked like northern lights, how they dance in the sky, and they move and curl and curve and so forth. But it was sort of circular around the outside of this eclipse that I had seen. And it kind of seemed to me like it was I got the idea, or something came in my mind. It was some sort of a portal. I can't explain how I know that it's just, that's what came to mind. And so when I was seeing this outside, I was excited, and I knew it meant rapture, that Jesus was coming, and I was yelling it out to everyone, it's the rapture, Jesus is coming. And even though in this dream I was intoxicated, I was excited and I knew Jesus was coming. And then the next thing I know, the rapture had happened, but I didn't go. I was left behind. And I was so sad and crying and hurting and upset that I didn't get to go. And I got the understanding that it was because of me being in drunkenness and because of the way I was dressed, my outward appearance and so forth. I got that understanding in the dream that that's why I was not able to go. And I was very, very destroyed by the fact that I didn't get taken and I got left. And then the scene changed, and all of a sudden I saw like a huge, I guess what people would refer to it as an alien ship. But we all know, those who have the understanding, what that truly is. It'll be a big deception. But there was this huge object in the sky, and it was just hovering over the land. Like, it wasn't like way high up in the air. It was hovering over the land and so forth. And I only got a little glimpse of a part of this spaceship, or whatever you want to call it. I only saw like the little end of it. Had I looked to the right, I probably still wouldn't have gotten the full scope of how massively huge this thing was. And then the scene changed again, and I felt like there was a veil of darkness, just a darkness covering over the whole earth. It was so thick and evil. And then the scene switched again, and I was hearing or seeing on TV, there was news and reports, and I'd seen people on the news, and their face changed. They didn't look human anymore. All of a sudden they changed into these weird looking creatures. And I got the understanding that they were not human, they were just pretending to be this. But after all this had happened, now people were going to be able to see who they really were. They couldn't be disguised anymore. You got to see their true identity, and they were pretending to be us, but they weren't. And I saw that twice. I saw one person change, their face changed. And it looked not cartoonish, but kind of along the lines of, say, Monsters, Inc. type of look, or Shrek. It wasn't animated, but it wasn't, I don't know how to word it exactly, but I saw their faces go from looking human to not being human anymore. It was very weird. And then after that happened, I woke up from this dream.